Lou Adler. So I'm sure most of you know Lou Adler. If you don't, go and Google Lou. Go and find his book on Amazon. Lou is nothing short of probably a legend, is probably the right word, in the performance hiring space. If you've not read his book on that subject, go and find it on Amazon. However, he's got a new version coming out in March, so maybe hold off for a short period of time. So I want to share one piece of gold Lou just shared with me. Lou and I have been speaking probably for about 5 years right now, Lou said. And, I've come from the digital side of things, and Lou comes from the find the whale. And I'm finding the whale in a digital manner, and Lou's coming from finding the whale in a performance manner that's proven his world. As it turns out, we do the same thing in a digital manner and other bits and pieces, and they come together as we just experience. However, Lou just gave me one nugget we didn't even mean to really share, but I think it's really important. So when you're speaking with a client and you're going through the job role, the job description, and we go through, these are the requirements of the candidate, bam, 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 and you've got the job description. The question Lou asks is the following. Lou asked us, what is the successful outcome of that candidate? So what will the candidate actually achieve? What will be the actual demonstrable outcomes of that candidate in 12 months, in 36 months? What are the outcomes of that candidate? So rather than we just talk about a description, what are the actual demonstrable behaviors of that candidate? And what that gives you, it gives you from almost like a clinical way of thinking about the candidate. It gives us a behavioral model of the candidate too. So when we speak to the client, we're getting a set of touch points in terms of requirements, but then we're actually getting a set of almost cultural outcomes in terms of behavior. So that one question. Now again, if you don't know Lou, go and find his book, Performance Hiring. You're going to be blown away. But say if you wait till March, you've got a new version coming out. But I just thought I'd share that one little nugget with you there. Now, Lou has been doing this for, I think Lou said 40 years. He's pretty much known as the Don in terms of performance hiring. So I'd listen. If you've not read his book, if you can't wait, go and get it now. If you have got his book, you'll get the updated version. It'll be out in March. And what I would do, I'd take this on point. It's one little nugget there, but it's so powerful, because if you've got that one candidate with that one client, and then as Lou calls it, the anniversary call. So 12 months later, he calls the candidate, and Mr. Candidate, Mrs. Candidate, right, how's it going? Candidate's happy, client's happy. But if you're into a world whereby you want retained business, if you've got the exact candidate delivered to that client, what's going to happen, do you think, in terms of future placements? What's going to happen in terms of actual future retained business? What's going to happen in terms of actually increasing fees? Becoming the highest paid in your niche, as you might know some other podcasts, which we've got members doing right now. So that one question is really, really powerful, because what we do on our side of the fence is we're looking to get a candidate, so place this round peg into this round hole, and we get paid. And that's what we're thinking, like, get paid. What we should really be doing is going, right, I want that client and that candidate to be so happy. So if that candidate becomes what I call a senior candidate and they build their own team, where are they going to come to? They're going to come to me to build their team. Or if they're going to move in 3 years, who are they going to come to? Me. That client is so happy with that candidate because they've actually delivered the behaviors and the results that the client wanted, that they cannot put on the job spec for various reasons, or they forgot. So if they actually deliver the behaviors, the results that the client wants, and the candidate's happy, you've got a win. So that one question is so powerful, and don't overlook that. Don't overlook that. So again, Lou Adler. We're going to have a few stories from RMI, Recruitment Marketing International, in his next book. And Lou, again, is an absolute don at these things. So I'd say probably wait till his book comes out in March by Wiley. But I'd also take this as one insight. Go and research Lou. Lou's an absolute don in this space. And it becomes about, as Lou calls it, finding the whales, then creating a semi-final list. And that list of semi-finalists, we send forward, we get paid. So really think about what we're doing here. So often in recruitment, we get into a world of transactional mode. We've got the candidates, send them over. We've got 6 CVs in, send them over. No. We want to have the whales, as Lou's words, create a semi-finalist list, get them over. And again, Lou is probably the best in the world at this, and I don't say that lightly. So go and check out Lou Adler. If you want to understand what we do with Recruitment Marketing International and how we do one-to-many automation, scaling strategies around candidates, around clients, how we take businesses from startup to 6 figures in under 6 months, how we take businesses doing 200K to 600K within a year, how we take businesses doing 500K to $1 million, how we take businesses doing 10 million but actually making no profit, then reducing often team, often resource as in effort, hours, and actually making profit. So whichever bucket you fit into, if you head to recruitmentmarketinginternational.com/meet, so recruitmentmarketinginternational.com/meet, MEET, we'll jump on a call with myself, one of my coaches, and we'll give you 3 action points in terms of how you can really isolate your semi-finalists, your whales. So guys, with that said, again, Lou Adler, look out for his book in March. Lou and I will probably do a podcast when it comes out. And again, you know me, in a decade, I've probably referenced 2 people in a decade to follow. Lou's one of them. Go and follow him.